Ajanta Caves is located near Aurangabad, and it stands as a magnificent example of the ancient Buddhist rock-cut architecture, showcasing the development of Buddhism through intricate sculptures and paintings. Before I take you on a tour of the caves, let me tell you some interesting facts. Have you ever wondered how such a magnificent structure could be built? These caves were built from the basalt accumulated due to some volcanic eruption that occurred long back. They were built in two phases between 200 BC and 600 CE. It is believed that several Buddhist monks spent a significant amount of time at the Ajanta Caves during the monsoons as they couldn't travel. And they used their time to create the stunning paintings and sculptures on the cave walls. It highlights that these caves were not only a place of religious significance, but also a center of artistic expression and cultural preservation. So, how is it that a structure as big as this was unknown for many centuries? As Hinduism started gaining more prominence in the country, Buddhism started declining, and these caves were gradually abandoned and soon long forgotten. Later, in the year 1819, John Smith, a British army officer, noticed the huge arch of this cave from the viewpoint across the river while he was hunting a tiger. And this led to the discovery of the Ajanta Caves that we know today. Cave 1. This cave dates back to the 4th and the 5th century AD. So although we are starting our tour from this cave, it was not the first one to be excavated. The excavations really began from the center and progressed towards the right and the left. Since it was placed at the end of the scarp, it was named as Cave 1. The walls of the cave have Jataka tails that tells the story of Bodhisattvas painted on them. The most famous of these paintings are that of Padmapani, the one with a lotus in hand, and the Vajrapani, which can be seen on either side of the statue of the Buddha. The ceilings do not have any religious stories or figures. They usually have decorative motifs or geometrical patterns. The logic behind this choice was that stories can be seen and read while walking around on the walls.
তোমরা যে বলো দিবস রজনী ভালোবাসা ভালোবাসা সখী ভালোবাসা কারে কয়.
The stories depicted in Cave 2 show many noble and powerful women in prominent roles. Inside, on the left-hand wall, is the mural depicting the birth of the Buddha. Next to it is the 1000 Buddhas, which illustrates the miracle when the Buddha multiplied himself to confuse a heretic. On the right are dancing girls before the king, shown in striking three-dimensional effect. Cave 10 is the worship hall. This is one of the oldest caves in Ajanta. The cave consists of a large central hall with 39 octagonal pillars on the sides and a rock stupa at the apsidal end, the main object of worship.
একদিন ওই বিষাদ ভুলিয়া সকলে মিলিয়া গাহিব মোরা ভাবনা কাহারে বলে সুখী যাতনা কাহারে বলে তোমরা যে বলো দিবস রজনী ভালোবাসা ভালোবাসা সখী ভালোবাসা কারে কয়
This is an unfinished cave. If you look at the pillars here, these pillars have been carved into and they have just started doing the carving. But if you see the floor, it's not yet excavated completely and the cave is still in its nascent form. This is what a cave must have looked like in those times, until the artisans came and dug out every single inch of this cave and carved and painted and created the Ajanta. Cave 26. This is the last cave that one can visit at Ajanta. In this cave, you can see the 24-foot sleeping or reclining Buddha statue, which is really beautiful. This statue depicts Buddha in the last moments of his life on earth before entering nirvana. While the Last Supper in Milan has been restored and it's been painted about 500 years back, the paintings at Ajanta have been painted more than 2000 years back in the times of BC, and I don't think they have been restored, so it's really awesome. Ajanta Caves is not far from Aurangabad. It's about 2 hours drive, about 100 kilometers, and I would strongly recommend that if you are visiting Aurangabad, you must come here.